Welcome back. The big story, of course, is the battle for Bihar, where the India Today-Cicero poll is predicting a photo finish. That's right, a photo finish with a slight edge to the NDA is what we are predicting in this poll at the moment. And clearly that has opened up all kinds of possibilities. Clearly there is also a caste divide, Dhananjay.
Yeah.
There is a backward versus forward divide, or is this primarily a Hindu-Muslim? How is the divide playing out on the ground in this election?
The backward versus forward divide wasn't very well consolidated because Bihar has about 30% of other OBCs or
Right.
EBCs, MBCs, the way you want to define them. Now these castes were basically small castes voting at local level and divided between the two alliances. On the other hand, in the last 2 or 3 phases, we have some evidence of seeing communal polarization.
There is evidence of communal. You know, isn't that a worry? Isn't that a worry for you, Pawan Verma? Because you were banking on this 5th phase, where you had done well even in 2014 when there was a wave in favor of Narendra Modi. If Dhananjay's figures are right and some element of communal polarization has taken place, along with the fact that the Yadavs and EBCs have not voted en masse as you might have hoped for your party, that maybe your numbers are not going to work out.
I'm afraid, Rajdeep, the position on the ground is entirely different. It's a fact that the BJP made exceptionally blatant attempts to communalize the voting, especially in the 4th and 5th phase. But I can say to you that in the 5th phase, it's a sweep for the Mahagathbandhan, including in the Mithilanchal region and in the Simanchal region. My prediction for the 5th phase is a minimum of 45 out of 57 seats.
45
However,
out of 50.
we have to wait for the 8th.
Okay, 45 out of 57 seats, which is a big prediction. But, you know, Sambit Patra, our good old friend joining us, Sambit Patra, you know, smile a bit because our survey is showing you slightly ahead now. You can, it's not showing you as far ahead as today's Chanakya, which has given you more than 150. But do you have reasons based on this to believe that the BJP has turned this election in the last 2 rounds?
See, Rajdeep, the big issue is I have been, in fact, all the spokespersons as Mr. Pawan Verma, we all have been visiting from one channel to other today because the exit polls were very important. And we have had different moods in different channels depending on the kind of projections that have been made. So at the end of the day today, with the final appearance on your channel, I feel we have to be quite neutral in the middle, just as Lord Rama used to be in happiness or in sorrow, because the elections are over. Making any overstatement or understatement.
I hope you're not suggesting. I hope you're not suggesting with Diwali coming up next week that you're going to play the role of Ram somewhere. Okay.
No. That's how we all should be. At least politicians should be always neutral, and they should view things academically as well. Once the elections are over. So I believe that I would not project anything, but I'm sure we have done very good because today's Chanakya, I'm sure your reports are absolutely good. Cicero is a fantastic projection, but I somehow see today's Chanakya, which has appeared in 2014 for the first time, had quite a predictable thing for the 2014.
Sir, he got Jharkhand, Maharashtra. Sir, today's Chanakya has got polls spectacularly wrong. Also, let us not build because he's one of my creations. I have unfortunately created him when I brought him once to do a thing, but the fact is he has a good polling system, but like all pollsters, he can go right or wrong. In Maharashtra, he gave you 152, you got 120. In Jharkhand, he gave you a clear sweep. You got, no, 1 minute. Pawan Verma.
Delhi, they gave 53 to Aam Aadmi Party. It was almost the closest one. No one gave those number of seats to Aam Aadmi Party.
That's not true. That's not true. He gave much less, but go ahead. You believe you are going by Chanakya.
But anyhow,
you're relying on Amit. Are you relying on Amit Shah or Chanakya? Who are you relying on for your numbers? Amit Shah or Chanakya?
If that be the rhetoric, then I would say please have faith on Chanakya. A, because Chanakya is the most intelligent politician ever, and B, because Chanakya is Bihari, he knows it far better than Baharis.
Okay.
So by that ways, I would rely more on Chanakya. But having said this, as I said in the beginning, let's keep our fingers crossed.
Yes.
The day is arriving. The D-Day is arriving. So why nitpick and why pick up a fight over here? Right
Okay,
now?
I don't want to pick up a fight.
So at the end
I don't
of the
want
day,
to pick up a fight today. We pick up fights every day with you. It's very unfair.
It was a story of 2 Ds. Number one, D for development at one end, D for desperation of existence at the other end.
Okay.
I'm sure the intelligent people of Bihar have voted for D for development, not the D for desperation.
Okay,
of
before I know Pavan Verma has to leave us soon. So Pavan Verma, what is your response to D for development versus D for desperation?
B and C.
No, the D for development. That
Veer
the
Sanghvi in the
BJP
studio is saying
outlined
D
in
for
Bihar,
divide the people. Veer Sanghvi says D for divide the people, but go ahead.
I heard the murmur, I'll reply to him.
No, the D.
Yes.
The D for development, people were looking for the D to begin with, leave alone the full word. Mr. Narendra Modi should have stuck to the high ground of development. He degenerated to a level which I don't want to now go into, as Samvit rightly says, this is not the point to fight again and to repeat what we've said before. I agree, let us wait for the elections on the 8th. But I want to say one last thing, Rajdeep, before I leave. You see, this country is already crying out for a counter narrative, which emphasizes good governance, which emphasizes economic development, but economic development which is also inclusive, which is compassionate, which is not elitist, and all of the three above in an atmosphere of religious and social harmony. As a counter narrative waiting to be born, it may get initiated in Bihar. Let's wait for the results from the 8th.
So you believe there's a counter narrative. Naval Kishore.
Pavan, I just wanted to ask something
just a
for
minute.
10 seconds. 10 seconds to Pavan.
No, Sambit, one
So
minute.
interesting thing, during the election days, Pavan had Nitish Kumar ji behind him as a backdrop. Previously, he used to have Jawaharlal Nehru. Suddenly, after the election, since today, I see again him with Jawaharlal Nehru. Where has Nitish vanished?
Alright, now come on. Sambit, this is a serious. This is a serious discussion on politics. I am not interested whose portrait is behind. Naval Kishore is the national spokesperson of the RJD. Naval Kishore, these numbers that are coming, you all were talking of 170, 175. Has something changed which is making this a photo finish? Are you worried now?
No.
No worry?
We are not worried because whatever has been done till now, the people of Bihar have already given a clear signal that they are in favor of Grand Alliance after the second phase.
You don't
itself.
believe that your President Lalu Prasad has pulled down Nitish Kumar in some way in this election?
No,
People don't want
no
Lalu.
question
People
of
don't want Lalu. People don't want Lalu.
No, they want. And
His survey is showing how many 62% only Yadavs have voted for the RJD.
In the last phase.
In the last phase.
And the figure was as high as 85% in the first two phases.
In the first two phases it was 85%, it has come down to 62% among Yadavs.
Now averaging
But
at
his
70.
continuous presence in the Bihar Assembly election, in the campaign mode, you will find that he is well received, accepted, and people respect him. The people of Bihar respect him for what he has done for the Bihar. For the people of Bihar, I mean the people who are from the
that's an interesting way of putting it, because RPN Singh, there's a feeling that Lalu Prasad, at the end of the day, he's a convict. He is someone who has come out of jail.
But he is a popular leader,
He
mass
may be
leader.
he's a mass leader.
You must
We are
accept
not
that.
Rajdeep talking
You
about
must
individuals.
accept that he is a mass leader still today.
Alliance.
No, Rahul Gandhi throughout his campaign did not share a platform with Lalu Prasad. The only canker that I found in your alliance was Rahul Gandhi did not share with Lalu. Lalu did not share with Rahul Gandhi.
That you should.
Rahul Gandhi was in meeting that took place in Champaran. We had Lalu Prasad Yadav's son on the
Lalu did not. Lalu was not.
we all campaigning in different parts of Bihar.
What is the largest signal the Congress is sending? To defeat Narendra Modi, you will tie up with anyone. Whether it's Lalu Prasad.
It is not. See, Rajdeep, we are not tying up with individuals, we are tying up with the party. Why do we keep harping about an individual? Lalu Prasad Yadav's party stands for something. It has done something for Bihar. It has reached out to the poorer people, underprivileged people of Bihar, and we should look at that, and we should see how that party has continuously fought against communalism. And that is why.
So therefore corruption is excused so long as you fight communalism. That's what you're effectively saying.
Is the party corrupt?
Dynasty is there everywhere.
Therefore
they are fighting elections
Yes.
and they
They
are
are fighting
getting mandate.
elections with the party.
Then only
Behind
they will
alliance
become.
with the army.
So
Not just by becoming the son of a politician, anyone becomes a politician. It is the clear mandate which they get.
Can I just for a moment?
Please.
Can I just go back to you for some relief? I just want to know from you, is there any evidence in your survey that Lalu has brought Nitish down, or has he actually lifted Nitish? Is he transferring his votes to Nitish?
It is a joint effort.
From the pre-poll, first wave of the pre-poll, I've been saying that Lalu's MY combination has been giving a backbone support to the Mahagathbandhan.
Right.
Because that immediately got it into the threshold of viability. That 30% block out of which they were getting.
So you're saying without Lalu, Nitish could not have even fought this election?
You look at what happened in what happened in Lok Sabha.
Okay, so that's that's an interesting, because often in television studios like this we tend to caricature Lalu.
Right.
The fact is that Lalu is still a popular leader, is what even our survey is clearly suggesting.
His Samikaran is intact.
His Samikaran is still intact, and it might be in the in the final analysis the one thing that might save this alliance, that if the alliance has to do well, Muslims and Yadavs, particularly in this last phase, have to come together. Have the likes of Pappu Yadav destabilized that? Has Kirti Azad in Darbhanga successful? Has OAC made a difference? These are the small players. 19% remember.
Mulayam Singh Yadav.
Mulayam Singh Yadav, who left you. I know you're referring to UP. You're trying to sort of suggest something about UP election. But let's take a break. I'm going to get final comments from each of our panelists. I will also be asking them to put a number. Who is going to win on Sunday? The exit poll numbers have come, given by Dhananjay Joshi, predicting a photo finish. But what are the numbers that our studio guests want to plump for? Starting with you, Ashok Malik, and why?
I'd still say both the Gathbandhan and the BJP alliance, the loser will get at least 100 seats and the winner will not cross 140. I'll stop there.
Ashok, why? It seems that you've decided that you don't want to anger anyone. This is the problem when you spend so much time like me on Twitter. That's what social media does to you.
It's just this. Bihar has to be the most complicated of our major states. UP is considered complicated, but Bihar is UP to the power of 100. Okay. It is really complicated. Translating vote percentage into seats in this election with this landscape is really treacherous. Okay, I don't want to risk it.
I take your point. You don't want to risk it. Surjit Bala, you want to risk it. You've gone the other extreme.
Yeah, and absolutely.
You're sticking to 175. You're sticking to 175.
Yeah, absolutely. But I think the larger question,
175 for Nitish Lalu,
which came out very slightly as on the cow slaughter thing. I think that is come Sunday. We should be talking about that a lot more in the sense of who started all of this. And there will be analysts, there will be historians.
I'm running out of time. Your view, 175, because you still believe that Nitish Kumar is being seen in favorable terms, no anti-incumbency, and the arithmetic of the last election.
If you want to give, as I said in my article, point estimate is 175. I think the BJP will find it extremely difficult to go above 80.
Okay.
And I think the Gathbandhan will find it extremely difficult to go below 150.
Your number, one number, quickly.
Mine.
It will be clear-cut majority.
Clear-cut majority. RPN?
Clear-cut majority for the Mahagathbandhan.
Can you say anything else?
You
can't.
No, I can.
I believe you had a private bet saying that the other side is winning.
No, Mahagathbandhan is winning in over 130 seats.
Yes.
Okay, you're a betting man, so you're going with 130. Veer Sanghvi?
Every election I've ever predicted, I've got wrong. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go with Dhananjay, because on the whole we've done many programs together. He's usually been broadly right. My gut gives it to the BJP, but my gut also tells me that if the BJP does win, it will not be a great and glorious victory. Right. It was a done deal for them, we all thought before the election. It ended up being a very hard fought and a very dirty campaign. The Prime Minister had to sacrifice the development agenda, go down into the mud, and if they win, it will perhaps have been worth it, but it'll still be a dirty victory.
Quickly, 30 seconds. I'm running out of time. 10 seconds actually.
Nitish Kumar wins probably the elections for the Mahagathbandhan in a low-pitched campaign that reaches out directly on his development.
So you're going with Nitish Kumar as the edge.
At about a 130.
Okay, 130. Sambit Patra, our resident Ram on the program today. What are you going with? What is the Ramayana saying today, Sambit?
Ramayana and all the Puranas are with Chanakya, so let's not go into that. But the big thing that we have missed out today, is the assertion of a convict. Well before even Nitish could speak about the results, it was Lalu Prasad Yadav who tries to assert, saying that we will win following number of seats, which shows that the game of assertion has already started in the other camp. God save Bihar and God will save Bihar.
God save Bihar and God will save Bihar.
Modi and Sahti.
No, we will wait to see. Dhananjay, all the best.
Thank you.
For the next, yes, what do you want to say?
Well, my numbers, I'm going to stick to them. The difference between the two alliances will not be more than 10 to 12 seats.
Okay, we're going to leave it there. Look, are you going to sleep in the night, grey hair?
Well, depends on what happens on the 8th.
Okay, remember...
In traditional Delhi business style, that is going to influence my Diwali.
Okay, I promise you, it's going to influence your Diwali. Okay, I'll tell you what. If you get it right, I buy you dinner. If you get it wrong,
you buy him.
I'll still buy you dinner. Okay, fair enough. I'll still buy you dinner. On that note, it's Diwali time. We'll find out who's going to celebrate with the big crackers come Wednesday. Clearly, our poll has shown that both sides, come Sunday, both sides clearly have much to look forward to. 48 hours of sleepless nights despite all the rhetoric in studios about winning by a big margin. This has truly been a battle for Bihar.